Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, back to preview some of the reels that have come into my shop recently. We've been certainly keeping UPS and the post office and FedEx busy, and we'll show you which ones have arrived, and we'll show you which ones we plan to do some videos on in terms of how to take apart and service your reel, and if a repair is needed, we'll try and show you the repair as well. Before I get started, I want to thank our first responders and essential personnel and everybody who's doing their part to keep us safe and healthy during the pandemic. And we just need to remember to do our part too. And if you know a first responder or essential personnel, please say thank you to them. They're working tirelessly to keep us safe during the pandemic. A thank you is the least we can do. All right, the first reel comes in from Mike. Mike is sending me a reel that I had done a video on that he's having a problem with. Not the particular reel, but the make and model of the reel. And this is a Tika, I believe is the way it's pronounced, Gemini GN300. I showed how to take apart and service it, and Mike tells me that there's a problem with it. Well, we'll get right on that and we'll do it. If you have one of these reels, you can see how that reel is serviced, take apart and repaired by watching the videos in my libraries. I don't plan to do one on that because one already exists. All right, the second one is coming up from Greg. Greg is in Oregon, so I get coast to coast, and I've even had a few international reels come in of late. Kind of interesting, but this one made a long journey across this beautiful country of ours, and we have an ambassador. This, I believe, is the Calyx. It's the Calyx 61, and from what I understand, we don't have a functioning trip lever bar there, so we'll probably do a video on this one. I don't think I've done one on the Calyx. It's an ambassador, but it's a kind of a little bit of a different version of the ambassador. It has this level wind guide on it that's very similar to the Penn International series, where it has the bar and the lake on there, as opposed to some of the others that the ambassadors use. So we'll most likely we will do that video. And I want to remind you, if you see something previewed here and I don't plan to do a video on it, by all means, just go ahead and send me a request in the comments section. Say you'd like to see this reel, and if you do, we will do our best to make a video if time permitting. Well, this one comes in from Eric in Philadelphia, a neighbor of ours just to the south. Let's see what Eric is sending. Most of the time, folks will give me a heads up. This is a Penn 320 GTI, and it's stuck. I'm not quite sure if I recall exactly what it is, but this one's kind of seized. Maybe I'll do one on a diagnosis of this to find out what the problem is. I have a lot of the 310, 320, 330, 345 Super in my library. Again, if you want to see one that's how to take it apart and service it, certainly we'll do that. But I always like to give folks heads ups on why a particular reel is failing, and maybe not do the complete video, but at least let them understand what a weak point in a reel may be, or why this particular reel decided to stop working. So we'll probably do a shortened version of that. Again, if you want to see any of the GTI series, then please go ahead and check my library, search Second Chance Tackle on YouTube, you'll find it, and it'll give you the step-by-step instructions for working on these reels. This one comes in from Joe in North Carolina. Joe sent me a few reels in the past. We have a reel in the bag project here. Well, we have the parts in this one. Joe sent me another box that has his reel in it. We'll see if we can find that one. So part two of Joe's reels. Joe took a reel apart and couldn't get it to work, so here's part two. This is probably the reel itself, and he's asked me if I couldn't do a good thing and put it back together for him. So we have an Ocean City St. Lucie. That's an older reel. I think this one may just have the broken handle in it. Well, we don't have an anti-reverse on that either. And then I think we have the one that's in pieces and parts there. Yeah, so we have an Abu Garcia. It's the 7000 series maybe. Hard to see. I'm not seeing it on the the labeling here. But at any rate, we have one that's, yeah, 7000 CS that obviously has the whole drivetrain and everything is missing on that. I assume that's what the pieces and parts are in the other box. Yeah, that probably is worth putting a video together on. And we'll make sure that Joe's reels get back together and that old one, Lucy, gets serviced as well. Next up then is Johnny. I think Johnny's sending me a pen. For some reason I do a lot of pen reels because, well, that's what's used in the Northeast Atlantic here, or Mid-Atlantic, wherever geographical term you like to use. But I work on all kinds of reels, as you're seeing in these previews. And the best way to see the ones that I'm working on and select the ones that you may want to watch is by subscribing. If you hit subscribe, hit the notification button. That way you'll see everything that gets posted. And from there you'll be able to make a determination as to whether that's something you want to watch. All right, I got a classic here. This one is a Garcia Mitchell. It's the cream colored or the yellow ones. It's a 624, which is a saltwater reel. And I like these. These are probably one of the most enduring and best made reels around. This one will clean up nicely. That chrome will be shiny and bright as anything. Seems to be working. And we'll see what we can do for Johnny to make sure that one gets serviced and gets back to him and goes fishing again. All right, on this one we have, it's coming in from another one from Oregon. I guess my videos have been popular in Oregon these days. This one's coming in from, well, it's hard to see. But this one's coming in with a, this is an older one. This is an Ocean City one. I'm not sure which because I can tell by the click here. We're missing the end bearing cap here. Both sides were missing. And this one is the Brigantine. So interestingly enough, Brigantine is just outside of Atlantic City. And we've got some issues here because of those spool adjusters. I'm pretty sure that's what's the cause here. You want to keep tension on the reel just like this, so that bearing cap there will push the spool into reel. And if you don't have those caps, it's going to pull it out like that, and it may or may not engage. You're hearing it kind of skipping when it's on the other side there. It's not turning the spool, and that's why that spool bearing caps are needed to drive. We also have a second one here. This seems to be a low-profile bait caster or something. Oh, look at this one. This is an interesting one. This is a Johnson. It's a direct drive. I've got to be honest and say I've never seen this. Looks like something is kind of miss here. We're going to take a look, see what we can do with this one. That's an unusual one. I'm not sure if I can repair that one, but if I can, we'll certainly do a video on that one. And I think that's it, other than the note inside. Okay, so that's from Oregon, and then we got one more box left here. And then I got to return a phone call, which was making noise in the background there. But this one's coming in from Charleston, South Carolina. And it looks like more than one, or the box that they had was the only box that they had. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we have about 4 reels in here. The first one up is going to be a Penn Delmar. Yeah, Penn Delmar 285. I've done plenty of these Penn Delmars, 65s, 60s, which is the Long Beach Series 85. They all run on the same principle. If you have a Delmar, you can use any of those videos to make those work. We have a Penn Senator here. This feels like the smaller one, maybe the 3.0. This is the high-speed 3.0. It's the 112H. And we'll make that one go again. These things clean up nicely. We have a Garcia Mitchell 302. There you go. That's the saltwater yellow-sided one. We just saw the yellow-sided one. Now we've got the 302, which is the saltwater spinning reel, and we should be able to make this work again. This one seems like it's had a little bit of a hard life. We have a little bit of a chip on the back end, but other than that, not quite sure why this is spinning in unison with the rotor. We'll have to find the lockdown and see what we can do to make that one work. And finally, looks like we have a Shimano Symmetry, which I think started this whole conversation. I think something went wrong with the symmetry. I just had one of these that needed a anti-reverse bearing that we couldn't find. Yeah, we have a very small the Symmetry 1000 FL. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but we'll tune that up, and we'll take a check at the notes here that we got, and we will make sure that we can do that as well. So that's it. That's the previews for this upcoming group of reels that I'm going to be doing. There's plenty of fun ones in there. I'm going to have to do some research on that Johnson one, that closed-face reel. We will also have a few of them in there that have been popular requests. We'll see what we can do with the St. Lucie, which is missing a piece. We'll see what we can do with the Brigantine, which is missing the 2 of those bearing caps. I'm not sure we'll be able to complete the work on that one, but we're going to try our best to get all of these out there fishing again and get them a second chance. So again, if you like these things, please subscribe. If you want to see more, hit that notification button. That way you'll see which ones post when. If you have any questions or you want to see any of these as a video, please leave them in the comments section. Finally, if you're like any of these folks that have sent reels in, if you have a reel that needs to be serviced and you're not up for doing it yourself, then please contact me by email on the business card that follows. I will be happy to provide you with that repair information. So please stay safe, stay well, stay watching. Thank a first responder and essential personnel for all they're doing to keep us safe, and have a great day. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle.